Hey, it's Elliot Wade, your community reporter here at The Current, and this is your weekly wrap-up. If you're here, that means you're watching this on our YouTube channel, so welcome. Go ahead and click subscribe and hit that bell to stay tuned for our next video. Also, here's where else you can find us on the internet. And of course, before we get into it, go ahead and hit that like button to keep news like this coming. We have a few stories from thecurrentla.com this week, but special guest columnist Jeff Daly will give us his take on what Lafayette should do about ARPA funding. Take it away, Jeff.
The ARPA funding is the American Rescue Plan Act. It's an act that was passed by Congress in response to the pandemic, which gave money for a lot of different things. Between the city and parish Lafayette, they got about $86 million combined. In particular, it was supposed to help resolve any fiscal shortfalls that came as a result of suppressed tax revenue because of the pandemic, the response to the pandemic, and it was supposed to be investing in economic recovery, in particular for marginalized communities. What the past administration chose to do was to spend it on roads and public buildings and drainage projects and a little bit of parks here and there. It turns out that there's $28 million of this $86 million that is not yet spent. This money has to be both budgeted and contracted by the end of this year and fully spent by the end of 2026. And now the parish council has about $10 million and the city council has about $18 million of money that can be spent on a whole bunch of different stuff. Well, in my opinion, some of the biggest opportunities that we have for this money, one would be the fact that we have a growing homeless crisis in Lafayette. And so in my mind, here's an opportunity where a sizable chunk of this $28 million could literally just be given to the organizations that are actually doing the work to help with homelessness. Another thing we should be looking at, I think, is using this as an opportunity to invest in projects that can be economic catalysts. A couple that I brought up in my column, one was the Louisiana Music Museum. I think it's going to be a really cool project. It's going to activate another part of downtown, become a destination for tourism. The other one that I mentioned was doing everything we can to invest in the growth of startups in the North Side. That's our most economically disadvantaged area. I'd rather us find the people who love the North Side, who live in the North Side, and seeing how do we help them become the next generation of leaders. These are the things that we have the opportunity to do. But now it's up to the administration and the councils to decide what's more important, helping people and helping build a brighter future, or digging ditches. I think you all know where I stand. Where do you guys stand?
Thanks, Jeff. Now for the rest of our stories. During the freeze earlier this week, St.Joseph Diner lost its heating unit. It could take at least a month for the unit to be fixed. And in the meantime, the shelter is accepting donations of emergency funds and supplies. At a panel discussion Thursday organized by the New Orleans Musicians Clinic and Assistance Foundation, 3 Black women shared their unique breast cancer survival journeys and urged everyone to take precautions early and to monitor their bodies. Louisiana has one of the highest breast cancer mortality rates in the nation, and Black women are disproportionately affected. In other news, Lafayette City Court will stay put. This comes after new Mayor President Monique Blanco-Boulay backed out of the deal. Councilman Kenneth Boudreaux says that fiscally it just wasn't the right move for the administration. Freezing temperatures led to a boil advisory in parts of Lafayette, with similar temps coming back today and Saturday. Last year was the city of Lafayette's deadliest on record with 29 homicides. Lafayette Police Chief Judith S. George called the statistic historic and tragic. 10 of the 12 insurance companies that failed in Louisiana funneled hundreds of millions of dollars to less scrutinized affiliate companies, notably right before their collapses after the devastating 2020 and 2021 hurricane seasons. Louisiana's first special session under Governor Jeff Landry began Monday with a new congressional district map passing and House members passing a bill supporting Landry's call for closed primary elections. And that's all I've got. Do you have thoughts or questions about these stories? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Elliot Wade, and that was your week wrapped.